head.
Off we go. Ooh, look, everybody's here on the right side of the map. This is going to get spicy early. They want to brawl. They're going to get it. Maxter's going to win it early on. Do they still expect to play a big box, though? Result hasn't peaked yet. Result. Oh, there's the execution. Trying to show up nicely for his new team. And so far, so good. Result. Risky maneuver there, letting them into the site, but he pays it off. And now Alex has a lot of work to do if he's going to get this pissed around back into the realm of possibility.
Without body armor. So, good luck.
You know, just got to make it truly challenging for himself. There it goes. Oh, shot between the eyes, and down he tumbles.
I guess
nice round for Result.
Credit, I guess, as well to Lackey. I guess he made the call to stack A like that. And Lackey actually, he has the harder job. He's the one taking first contact as well, at least after the deco's killed. So, great round from him. Of course, Result capitalizing a lot on his position. No bomb plant either, which is nice. Go to boots. It's fun how with all the changes in, Aurora's scene that we look at this saying, oh, it's a brand new lineup, and then you just sit here for a second, you're like, this is Forza from last year without Jerry. That's the only difference without Jerry and with Deko.
Oh my god, it is.
Is this the same team?
No, surely there was one other change. Wasn't Shelty in this team?
It was Jerry calling, and then it would have been Dorte Orping. That's the difference. Oh, of course, Fierce goes behind the squad. But
hold on, going back to check.
It was Kenzie, Norvi, Result, Dorte, and Jerry, I'm pretty sure. Start of last year.
No, Norvi. Okay, no, it wasn't quite the same overlap. Result came in after Norvi and Kenzie left the roster. So it was Kenzie, Zorti, Norvi, Shelfie, Jerry. And then Norvi and Kenzie came out of the roster. Krad and Result came in.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
That was the timeline. But you're right. For a moment, I did have to question it. Pretty spicy. Boost up over the smoke. Hold on. Oh, it gives it up. That's a bummer. They fixed the clipping bug. Boost bug not quite yet addressed. Lucky. Flex onto 2. I actually suspect that's why they gave up that boost. You don't know until you hop on an opponent's head, but the way it works, folks, if you're not familiar with the boosting bug, is sometimes when you get boosted up, the player who's being boosted, their perspective is just like really jittery, and so they basically just can't aim, and that's just gonna be that way all game.
Not ideal.
It's pretty bad.
That's a tough one. Loses his duel. So site might be handed over, but check out the bomb, and almost more importantly, Lackey is holding the entrance to Donuts.
He's got to be wondering now as well, right? The gears are turning. He's like, why haven't they planted? Well, that's why. He knew. Blue Phoenix, you got an entry in towards the site to make this happen. Now you need 4 more. Flashbang gonna ruin his day. And the kill certainly will.
Clean start. Clean start for Aurora. Very happy about that. Lucky, of course. Talisman, man at the helm. Who actually, got to be said, when Aurora were at their peak at the end of last year, he was he's in great form. Especially on the T side, opening up a lot of rounds. Of course, being the in-game leader, he's always going to be in the pack on at least the majority of the occasions. He's doing good work, so yeah. Certainly, if Lackey's playing good Counter-Strike individually, this team becomes a pretty frightening prospect.
Yeah. Most definitely. And I mean, frankly as well, right? He doesn't even really need he just, as long as he's putting his teammates in positions to succeed, there's so much firepower on this team. They're gonna be okay. Deko maybe a little overzealous on the face there. Hold on. Okay. Sight lost. Tied up. Rez. Oh, the next kill. The flashbang timing scored. Rezal caught his teammate. Bombs now down and ticking. What do you got for us, Wrinkle? Time for the Wrinkle show. Wrinkle and Rezal. New additions on point. What?
How does Rezal win that? How does he win that?
I think so. Wrinkle didn't have armor. So when the aim punch hit, his aim went wide. That's an insane snap, though. Just a 90-degree.
But he must be, you know what I mean, essentially pre-firing it.
Yeah.
He must be, yeah. There's no time to adjust, then aim, then shoot. It has to just be everything in combination before you've even seen your opponent. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. I'm a little bit stunned because Result didn't know that Wrinkle was out towards the long side of the back lanes. He didn't know. Whew.
Monstrous.
Well, if that is a tune of things to come, we're going to love this song. Seems Result is a anchor. I think he was the Jag player for Forza towards the end. Fairly sure of that. So for now, just been given more of an anchor position. Very passive stuff from NiP. Seeding control. They've got full nades, so they can go back in for that. Mid control. That's what they're squaring up for at the moment. Util lined up. We are burning quite a lot of time here. Could be an issue later on. Smoke's coming over now. One for Jag, one for the red room, one for the deep left side of Donut. The nades in, and here comes the clear.
A lot on Lackey. He's got no support. Oh, the flashbang out there.
Why is he flashing for himself? Why is he flashing for himself?
Would have been what he'd have to do. Grasshall's playing in the smoke. Did they overlook him? Oh, nope, not anymore. They don't. But he does get his pound of flesh. He gets one. A second. Why, the nade's coming out. Oh, boy. Chaos on the server. Results kept this close. Time's becoming an issue. That bomb has to get out on Wrinkle. There's no second choice about it. He gets 3 dips, 3 swings at this, and eventually that pinata cracks and crumbles. Blue Phoenix has to keep his teammates safe. Kenzie has won his duel. It's all falling apart. They can't do anything about this. Aurora, too ferocious.
The time to kill on some of these fights is so low. Result again. I mean, no pun intended, but, you know, kind of got that aura around him now where he just sometimes gets 2 or 3 kills in positions where you think he's one and done for sure. And that is star power in Counter-Strike. Kind of breaking the rule book as it was. And Results off to a great start. Aurora, obviously pretty good, yet to drop a round. Economy, though, battered, bruised. And if you're NiP, that is the discussion in this timeout. Stay calm. Talked about this a lot in the series earlier. T-side Counter-Strike is an economic battle. If you break that cash, you can suddenly streak rounds together. And time for Alex to chime in. Of course, we know Wrinkle's, you know, publicly announced yesterday. Blue Phoenix. Questions about his future in the lineup. Max has not been here for long. Got to imagine a lot of this has been called on the fly, guys. They fundamentally can't be that much practice with this 5-man lineup. So pressure on Alex to move the chess pieces while playing his own game individually. And that is harder said than done. Or easier said than done.
As the saying goes. Harder spoken than said.
True that.
I think we're going to get crunching towards mid on this one. Kenzie tries his luck at the spam. It's not going to connect just yet.
NiP's using
Smoke
a
deployed.
real amount of nades for this control. One smoke left.
That helps, though. That makes life a lot easier. Oh, the swing back in. Maxter punishes it. Blackie may be overzealous on this, but the push out from Result at least evens the numbers a bit. Maxter's got so much space, though. Oh, Norby just made a footstep. Maxter hears it. Back on the angle. He's got the shot. Even got Dink. Chensi will come in to clear it up. Still, Maxter's done so much. They're going to know he's pulled the B player off. That's why Alex is getting so aggressive. You encounter 2 back towards CT. It's just so unlikely there's anyone left here.
I think they need to save. Deko can buy. Result can drop an M4. Yeah. It's too much to ask. Can't go back in for this one. And that will be the save. Massive entry from Wrinkle. As I was saying, the util... They went for a site hit. It would have been dicey. Definitely would have been some avenues exposed. But Wrinkle just kills Deko. Opens up the map, forces rotations. Maxter gets another, takes the space in mid. And from there, the chessboard is NiP's to play with. And they call checkmate.
Terrorists win.
Blow 1 in the Wrinkle Deko duel.
Mm.
Keep your scorecards, guys.
I wasn't. Was that the first engagement between the two of them? I guess it was both with ops.
Yeah, I think in general, anyway, we're looking more at this as a holistic, you know, who has the more impact.
Yeah.
But it is fun when they go head-to-head directly.
We're going to get a panel of judges to rate their offering performance.
Style included. What is happening here? Rez kills the second player in.
He never saw them either. He was blind. He just knew the flashbang's on, the utility he was seeing. He's like, well, oh, look at this read. Look at this call. There's no one here. Oh, my goodness. They get the site for free. What a reaction from NiP. Result stuck. Smoke on in. They can plant this bomb. There's nothing Aurora can do about this. This might just be a save. That's a stunning response. Just based on what Rez saw outside of Donut, they just, or outside of Cave rather, they just instantly crawl up Donut and they win the round.
Yeah, well, they see nothing mid. Rez, of course, is hearing a lot around him. He knows there's a player through the smoke, or at least some sort of shenanigans going down. And think about it from Aurora's perspective. In what world are you thinking, oh, we've just lost a player on B, we need to load up A and defend it? It's, you know, it's not how it works. So, NiP, strike fast, strike hard, and make it look easy. Aurora forced to save yet again, but at least they keep a lot of rifles going. That's the good news, I guess. The bad news is that NiP have stabilized their economy a lot by keeping 5 alive.
Yeah, and I just want to give a quick kudos. This calls back to your previous point that, you know, Alex is kind of figuring this out on the fly a little bit. This is still a very new roster. It's hard to know exactly how much practice they've had as a 5 or even as a 4. That was an on-the-fly call, right? That was one piece of information, one kill through, and you're instantly into the site. And it's not just making that read or making that call. It's having everyone be on the same page for the communication right off rip.
It's probably also the you know, having Rez as your extremity player is of huge value to this team, because Rez is the only other person who, in my opinion, right now at the top professional level, can make decisive calls. Rez has played a lot of top-tier Ancient. He may have himself said, guys, there's a lot going on here on B. There's a window. Whereas if you had, you know, Maxter or Blue Phoenix, they might not have the experience to translate. Because it's not just the communication. Quite often, you have to make a read off it too. It might not be enough for Rez to say, I can hear more B. It might be on Rez to say, they are taking B, guys. There can't be much A. Let's do something. But yeah, whoever made the final call. Combination. Looking good. That is a beautiful day tonight. I love it. Perfect.
Oh.
2 for Lucky as they barge
3.
their way through the smoke. Doesn't get better than this.
He really doesn't. Or he may be a little overzealous, but there's the flank gone, so Kinsey's going to keep it under control. And this would take something truly tremendous from Wrinkle. Would imagine he just hangs on to the op. If he can. But if he's really that guy, Alan.
Something
if he really wants to
going for a bit of damage.
If he wants to win your love.
Yes. Used to get give me a highlight reel.
I don't think your love's on his mind right now.
Nope. Not yet. Not yet, at least. Give me more time.
Neither is Deko. They're just both sitting passive. Come on, guys. Don't you want to win the Alan Hender sweepstakes?
We're going to be sat here for a minute.
Let's go peeking. Does seem that way.
Lackey plays a very aggressive brand of Counter-Strike at the moment. Plays a lot of these positions where he's the one to get up in the face on both sides.
Mm.
And, yeah. And I'm not sure he was that sort of player when he was on Entropic. Maybe my memory's a bit tarnished, but on that team, I think it always would have been Crad in that position, not Lackey.
Crad does like a little space taking. Still, you need to do it. And you'd imagine, especially in this roster again, where they've just got oodles of talent around him. There's a lot to be said for taking space and then seeing what your players can do. With the young guns. What do we got here? A little bit of nade exchange outside, back in the spawn tunnel. Don't really know what that stuttering was about. Sorting out what they actually want to do in this round.
Yeah, I think after the last one, I mean, they lose one player to a nade stack. And then Lackey gets two more as they come through the mid-smoke. I'm not surprised they've gone for a more passive call. Two players to clear out the A tunnels. Now Alex is going to loop back. NiP with players outside of B doors. Let's see, they're going to go in dry, actually. Which is a bit of a risk, but nobody can see anything for Aurora. They're completely blind. The A fake could be perfect. Tension drawn away.
There's two players ahead of it. Oh, Blue Phoenix immediately dropped. They're going to realize that's not going to pull the rotator. They needed like one kill to really sell that. Instead, no one's pulled off of this defense. Wrinkle will find one, but it's a consolation frag. Alex is getting flanked. The A-main pushes here. He won't be expecting result. Not after contact hit on B. Alex is going to be shot in the side of the head. There's just nothing doing about this. One. Ooh, does he get the second? No. Wrinkle slips into cave. Wrinkle, though, cannot quite slip away. Nicely played. Nice setup from Aurora. I like the idea of the A fake. You just... Unfortunate for them that the op was posted so deep, because Blue Phoenix is probably just trying to take that first sort of corner, push the player back a little bit, maybe throw some extra utility, some sort of a fake, and just gets deleted.
Yeah, players are starting to make a move out of main, or at least threatening that. You can actually see the second B player moved. Just, as you mentioned, it was just about enough confirmation for Aurora that it wasn't going to be A. That they could reallocate forces. Okay. I don't mind the call, though. I think Alex is calling quite a very T-side at the moment. Doing his best. And another passive default. Another two-man clear in towards A. So very similar opening in this round. And same as well for Aurora. They really like a B take. They like having this control. The fear is they've used all their util, so we're relying on crossfires and frags and rotations from here in this round, really. Smokes lined up. Here we go again. It's going to be the mid clear. Free smokes, exactly the same as what we saw earlier. And here they come for some control.
Speaking of control, Norvy's got it. Mid conceded. But look at this now. Norvy's going active on the flank. Going to go around the world. This allows his teammates to rotate off. They know exactly what's coming through. Oh, Lackey's actually pushing in towards A main. This is a little old, perhaps. I don't know where he thought they were. I guess he thought all 5 maybe were in Donut. But trying to take the isolated fight out there, that might be a bit overambitious. Smoke's going to be down. Bomb will be planted. Flank player's a bit late. That tag, though. Aggravating onto Alex. Let's see what they can cook here. Alex is lost. Wrinkle, though, connecting. And here comes Blue Phoenix out of main. Wrinkle and Blue Phoenix chiming in. And Norvi opted to go the long way around. And now he's going to go into the save.
Norvi could just never get engaged. He was the player that flanked very early on through B. It felt like Aurora had all the info.
It did.
They killed Rez outside of B. And then... Was it Lackey? It was Lackey, wasn't it, that pushed A?
It was, yeah. The A main push cost him.
Yeah, I just feel like him and Result weren't on the same page. Like, if they both played retake... The fear is they've lost Donut, right? So, you can't play on the site. You can either play aggressively in towards the tunnels, or you play from Temple and CT. And, yeah, they just weren't quite in the same place at the same time. Of course, Result, he might not have tremendous amount of practice with Lackey as the site partner. Maybe to be expected. But, all good news for NiP. They get up to 3. Money's really bad for Aurora, so there's ample opportunity here to make it small rounds. Problem for NiP during this half is those rounds have just become so segregated, so far between, that they can never break the money. Now would be a good time to right that wrong. 5 players here towards the B side of the map. Wrinkle goes for a quick check, but all their eggs are in this B basket. They'll have to commit in this direction. Jag retake is perfect. All the sting taken out of this B hit. What do you do now if you're NiP?
Pray. Pray to Wrinkle. Oh, Blue Phoenix might be answering their prayers here. 2 found. Okay. All right. Turn this on its head. I think there was even an engagement here with Kenzie, so they know where he's at. They've got the information. Blue Phoenix being that guy right now. Bomb down. Plant through. They still have to contend with Cave. Oh, Maxter cleared out. Makes this tougher. Wrinkle and Blue Phoenix. Who's going to deliver for them? The jiggle. Aha. He's around in towards Cave. Blue Phoenix down. Couldn't move off the pillar he felt, but time is becoming an issue. They don't have kits. They don't have kits. This has to be the smoke and stick. He's ahead of the Molotov as well. Knows they're not on the bomb. Do they have time? Do they have time? They do.
Yeah, he's got a kit.
They do. Recovery will be good. Wrinkle couldn't land the killing blows. And so Aurora keep this going.
Still got to give some credit to Blue Phoenix. That was a phenomenal pair of entries as he ran up B ramp. But Aurora hold firm. It's the last of the half, so of course NiP will be buying. They're taking this pause to sort it out, because what nades are we going to need, Alex? What nades do we need to call off the set round? They've done a lot of these, you know, give mid, give B, late retake into those areas, and you need a lot of util to do that. So I think they'll need to prioritize the nades. Maxter might need to take a Mac 10 or something of the sorts. And Result continues his onslaught. 12-3 now.
We were billing this as Deko versus Wrinkle. Might be Result versus everybody. Guy is nuts. That's a heavyweight bout. Kenzie wants to get aggressive. Spam by the cave. Ooh, it's effective this time. This is what it's for. It's for this ramp rush. Deko does connect on the first. Blue Phoenix out of play. He's been a difference maker for them. And oh, the lineup, the knockdown. It's over. Alex, what do you got for us? Oh, Alex is cooking. Chef's in the kitchen. Chef's in the kitchen. And he's serving up headshots. But he's got to reload. The cupboard is bare. And it's 9 rounds for Aurora at the half. Back into the server here. Aurora commanding lead off of that first half, Alan. What did you see?
Result. And a lot of it. Norby was alright, but result has my heart.
He brings the results, as his name would suggest. Seems like Aurora's got the right call for this one. It's another A pistol this time, though. There's not a lot to receive them from NiP. Blue Phoenix. Be in trouble. Kenzie might get run down here. He does indeed. Now they know. Now the jig is up. Blue Phoenix is trying to stay alive to keep the advantage into the retake, but the retake, it will be. Bomb they cannot deny. Heavy donut defense here. NiP mostly going to be flooding in from CT. So this donut could be a problem. They got to smoke. That's just been thrown. That's covering off donut, so through they go. Aurora want the brawl. They do not want to get sectioned off. And into the action they go. Master, first one dropped. Rez trades it, but it's looking good for Aurora, and it'll all go their way.
Such an important call, isn't it, to disrespect that smoke and get in front of it. Deko too, we weren't on board, but he got 2 kills there in Temple. And he was on his lonesome. And that helps as well. This map is looking done and dusted. This is NiP's map pick. We have no idea what they're going to present for us on Overpass. Frankly, neither do Aurora. We just know that it's a solid map for Aurora. Okay. Well, pause is in. Last time out for NiP. And I think... I mean, pick your poison. Save here. Get M4s out next. Buy here. And should you win it, at least you've got a little bit more wiggle room. And they're going to buy here. The lesser of two evils. MP9's out. But there's not going to be a lot of util for this defense. And given the pause, I think Aurora are going to be wise to the likelihood of a force buy, aren't they? Hardly going to be a surprise after attack pause comes in. So let's see.
That's a nice HE. Not as nice as it looked on the mini-map. Nicer kill for Kenzie, though. It does cost him a lot of health. Could be a bit frail going forward. But there may not be much forward to go through. Norby lost. Kenzie dueling. Gets body shot down. And they're going to hold on to Cave. This is now a much more difficult prospect. Yes, they've got the gun advantage, but not the numbers. So the bomb's making its way over. They need to do more work, and Lackey trying to do so. Not going to be able to hack it. Deko does not fancy his chances anymore. Trying to back off this. But as they peek back in, that's what he was waiting for. Oh, what a shot from Rezal. Thought Wrinkle should have had him dead to a rates, but my goodness. That was an assassination. 1v1 here. Deko planting it. No, he's got the time before Alex can get out. Bam. Attempted, not connecting. Back the other way a little bit more so. And one bullet to the elbow will be enough. Alex gone. Round one. Aurora close to a conclusion.
I mean, it's expensive, but it doesn't matter, does it? We're so close now to the finish line. That wasn't a force buy to do economic damage for NiP. That was to turn the game around. And no bueno. They're going to force up again. No surprises. You can't hand Aurora 9 map points. That is far too much. Okay. Well, they got a bit more util this time, but I'm not feeling very positive. I already love this new Aurora team. You bring in Result. If he's going to be one of the best players on the team is such a different prospect.
It's true.
No disrespect to their previous players filling such a position, but Result's one of the hottest prospects in his region right now.
Well, this is a region that includes
relative
Donk.
to his roles.
Okay. I was gonna say this is a region that just keeps like spitting out talented prospects.
Of course.
Actually, insane the talent we have coming from the region right now. But you're right. Result is a game changer for this team. They are very fortunate to get him from Forza.
He could play on Spirit and they'd be a better team. He could play on Virtus Pro and they'd be a better team.
Interesting. Who are you taking out on Spirit? This round doesn't seem to be live, but also there's been damage done.
I mean, it might be heinous to say, but it probably be Magic's.
There's been damage done.
I think we're live.
I think we're live as well, but I don't think Aurora think we're live.
Playing. It's not going to make a difference to an admin decision now. A lot of communication. They're routing back towards B, so that's at least okay.
Oh, it is in fact getting a reset. All right, cool.
Was that damage done?
Maybe it was self-damage, but that still shouldn't matter. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was done afterwards. We were discussing result, but we have had a player drop. It is result.
Yeah, I think even the I know the rule book strictly says damage, but I think that only come into force if NiP disputed. So NiP themselves might have said, okay, no, nobody's dead. Let's stop this, and then it's probably okay.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we hope this is sorted soon. I believe our heads are going to reappear to
So what we're learning from this game so far is that we thought this was going to be a battle between Deko and Wrinkle for your love, but somehow Results run away with it.
For now, Blue Phoenix is having a good crack.
He's good, dude. He is really showing. I think he's making it very tough for them to not include him in this team. I think that's what I've learned over the course of this qualifier. I don't think their intention is to necessarily include him in this team. I have literally no insider knowledge. Want to specify that. I'm just pure speculation here. But I think that in his time standing in for this roster, he's making a compelling case for them to keep him.
Yeah, I think... Well, I'm not in NiP, but I imagine they're targeting players at the moment. And it's not that Blue Phoenix is a bad player. It's that he's kind of, if he joins the team, he takes up a slot that could be available to a more tenured world-class player. That for me is the question mark here. Is that not that Blue Phoenix is bad? Is that maybe they could get, someone to lead them forwards. They also, if you're going to have Wrinkle and Maxter, you might want another really experienced player to round out the squad. But yeah, I mean, certainly in terms of his career and his future, said it yesterday, every good game he plays in the full NiP lineup is another great appraisal for him as an individual and could do him a lot of good moving forwards.
And I mean, when you're talking about roster construction, you've got oodles of experience between Alex and Rez. You've also got Exist in the coaching. So there is a lot of veterancy in those three. I do wonder. NiP's kind of in an interesting spot with attracting talent as well, where their last few rosters have really sullied their reputation for developing and displaying prospects and talent and teams, right? Almost feels like, growing some young talent might help restore that. Speaking of restoring things, NiP might want to quickly restore some control of the A side, because look at this. They got no one even close to them.
Well, I don't think saving is going to be an option, is it? They need to fight for this.
Yeah, you don't really want to be rocking into the last round with the CZ. Phoenix, what a flashbang off! Oh my goodness! The SMGs can't follow it up. But Blue Phoenix, he's giving them a beachhead to fight from, and now Alex is battling them back into the scene. Look at the health remaining on Deko and Kenzie. This CZ might as well be an auto sniper. He's hit him with the smoke. He's hit him with the smoke. Oh no! It all falls to the dang CZ. All right, come on, Rez. You got an MP9. This should be enough. This should be enough. The bomb is down. 50 seconds. They're so low. I don't know if this is confirmed damage. But Deko at this point is riding around to make sure they're not getting flanked. They seem to have lost track of Rez, and maybe
I think Rez is
plays in his
to those
favor. Tricks.
He knows they can't run all the way around. I think Rez is wise to those tricks. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows they can't run all the way around. He knows Stick to your guns, brother.
He's committing. And the guns are going to find him. So close off of this. So close off of this retake. I thought Blue Phoenix had done it for them.
Yeah.
But it's not to be.
NiP had a huge advantage there. It's just Deko. Deko saves them. 2 players, red HP, and Deko saves them. That looked like a catastrophe. Once that flash came over, Blue Phoenix gets the kills. It's a nightmare. But Aurora, and we saw it earlier with Result, the star power gives you, it bails you out a few rounds of a map, doesn't it? And when you add in the solid gun rounds from Aurora, you get this sort of scoreline where it's just formidable.
Opener in this one. Oh, follow up as well. Wrinkle trying to make it happen, but you can only do so much. This one seems like a pretty heavy lean. Alex, though, silences the young gun of Deko. Resolve's not making any secret of this. Blue Phoenix just holding him at bay, and all right. Nicely done from Blue Phoenix. We're not done just yet. It was looking dire. It was looking disastrous. And now suddenly it's looking like Lackey is alone. No bomb control, no round control, no survival.
Would lackadaisical be the right word for Aurora in that round? That didn't
kind of
feel
let
right.
off the gas.
It's also Result is chasing, and Lackey, if they buddy systemed, Blue Phoenix is dead. But they weren't joined at the hip. And they don't have the money to brunt a loss. They don't have to fully force, so there's absolutely scope for NiP to make this more compelling. Still, though, 8 rounds on the trot required. This team can be very dangerous on these lower buys. Blue Phoenix is a madman, and he makes it work.
Oh, the fact that they both... I mean, that's a coordinated call between the two players, right? They're both going out through the smoke. I will say, in terms of chemistry between Blue Phoenix and Master, these are 2 players from the Young Ninjas, so they've been playing together for, I think, at least a year now. Maybe not quite.
It's a bit like Big, isn't it, when they brought up their academy players? It just smooth in these periods, these interim lineups, particularly for Big, they had the health problems with people like Faven. It just smooths it over a bit more, doesn't it? And you're still competitive.
Yeah.
You're still competitive at a top level because you have people that are already somewhat in the system.
Deko gives him a foot. Old toe. Old toe bean.
I guess some credit to whoever built those NiP academy teams, because don't forget that meta support essentially is a collection of players from that system as well.
True.
And,
maybe should have had more faith in their own talent scouting.
Now, aren't they?
I believe so. Yep, over in the lower.
Giving Monty a good game.
Goodbye, Result. Goodbye, Result. Does Wrinkle finally get an op now? Drop your rifle over to Res. Blue Phoenix buys you an op. Come on. No. Blue Phoenix has dropped the gun instead. Why have they done this?
Like
Wrinkle could have finally had a CT set up.
The best way back into this is all guns blazing. This one, though, is a full eco. Bit of util. Let's go for a plant. Economic damage doesn't matter anymore. So the only thing that matters is Aurora getting more money for their own buy, and not looking good. Now it's looking better.
Madman! He sprints through the molly to make sure that's not going to get out of hand, but good that he did. Good that he did, because the site couldn't hold. Now here we go. Still a very long road back into this, and we're going to have a buy. They're halving.
They're going to half buy. No way.
Interesting.
Is it because Lucky's got a good... I'm really surprised by this. And they must have a set call in mind. It's the only explanation. The early lurk smoke, the one we've seen since the CS2 transition comes in. And I think they're just going to pop in behind this.
I would imagine. Smoke blocks off Maxter on the window peak. This is what he wanted for. Here they go. Here comes the util. There's the flashes. Dodged nicely, nimbly by Rez. Beautiful. Just turns, snaps back. Easy kill. Losing Cave makes this tougher. And losing Rez makes this a bomb plant. Unless... What is Norvi doing? What is Norvi doing? Brother, you have the bomb. Norvi. It's gonna work out? Are they gonna take this A? Are they gonna take this A? Oh my god, these lunatics. These actual lunatics. NiP's realizing it. They needed deko to get that kill. That's not gonna happen, but the bomb's gonna be planted. It's not on the site we expected. They had full control, Alan. They had full control. And they leave. Now let's see what Norvi can do. What can he cook on this smoke fade? Should be no way. Both rifles are pointed his way. Well, apparently a pistol and a rifle. And he's come in to clear temple. He's found this ground. He's found this space. They're going to expect him donut. They don't know which way to look. Kid on Blue Phoenix. Smoke to cover off this bomb. Blue Phoenix getting on the tap. I'll just spam here. Oh, he's down. He's done. Alex has to stick and the bullet will find him, and that's how it ends. Norvi dipping, diving, dodging. A bailout to the other site, and Aurora take the dub on Ancient. That was a half buy. That was a half buy.
Half buy where they had B.
Oh my god.
I can't really explain it. Maybe they... I wonder if they heard... I think it was Blue Phoenix went into the long smoke. I wonder if they're really scared of players flashing through.